for my world to live, yours must die.
I didn't know we'd be graced by other writers.
Oh yes, we decided to grace
Grace
you.
is a good word.
Yeah.
So how do you guys battle? You know, how do opinions get come? You know, because I think there was a writers group, right?
Yes.
For this, and then had
I'm
to be.
always right.
They're a writing team. Art's always right.
Takes them a long time to circle back and realize that, but I got all day. So.
They were a writing team, and I came into their marriage halfway, and they
We
would get in
needed
these
some
debates.
counseling.
We spiced it up.
They would get in debates, and I would say, was that a bad one?" And you guys go, "No way."
But it started with a writer's room with about 14 writers, including some partners like Art and myself and individual writers. And it was just, we all usually work separate and in the dark, and we're actually kind of all competing against each other, and we don't even know it, for all these different jobs. So to come out into the light and be able to work together with all these super talented screenwriters in town was just a new opportunity. And nobody brought ego to the room. It was just a super creative environment where we all got together and came up with so many great ideas. And then Art, Ken, and myself were lucky enough to be able to then continue from that and work very closely with Michael on the movie, which was just a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. It was
And how
tremendous.
much was he writing and rewriting you guys? What was his direction like?
He rolls up his sleeves and gets involved. I mean, he has ideas in his head, and sometimes he'll pitch them to us and explain it, or we got whiteboards out and he would draw pictures and things like that, which is really cool. I took pictures of those for my scrapbook, my personal scrapbook. And sometimes he'll get the computer and he's like, "Guys, I'm going to go do some writing." And he comes in and he shares the writing with us, and then we just literally pass the computer around. And that's how he and I write. And then we would just sort of pass it to Ken, and Ken would pass it back to Michael, and it was a really organic, kind of easy process.
And how do you balance getting a lot of talented people together with having too many cooks in the kitchen?
Well, because you know what? The room was all about coming up with as many ideas as possible.
It was brainstorming.
Exactly.
And it
And
wasn't
there's
just
no
for this
bad idea in
movie.
brainstorming.
Yeah.
Except for the ones that are unsaid.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. I never even heard that.
Maybe I made
Because it was
up.
on
Yeah.
set.
So it wasn't like there was a mandate like, oh, we have to use everything that we come up with. No, it was then what can be useful to us now for the next chapter. Which storylines do we want to use? And then the others are there to be used in the future should the time come.
What do you think the worst idea was that got scrapped?
It was Ken's.
Yeah, it was terrible. It was.
It was probably one of mine.
No, but I did have an idea. Okay, so in the room I said, would you guys ever want to see like a French Connection rated R Transformer movie?
Hard R.
A hard R, I said, like with violence, where they're addicted to Energon. And the Hasbro guys are sitting there and they kind of go, no. They
I just
very
read an
sweetly
article-
said no.
I
Yeah.
just read an article that said Michael wants to do
a
an
rated
R-rated, R-rated Transformers
But
movie.
to
Not
Ken-
do one, but that he thinks it's a good idea.
Mine was really hard.
To Ken's credit, he's the one who said it would be awesome to do a John Borman Excalibur Transformers. And a lot of that is in this movie.
Okay.
Which they thought was a bad idea at the time, and then everyone kind of came around to it, I think. I thought I was crazy. I'm like, oh, God, everyone hates this.
You're so
Suddenly it's in the
crazy,
movie.
Ken. You're
Yeah.
so crazy.
Well, some of the best ideas are crazy.
Yeah, that's right.
right.
Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you all very much
Oh,
for
that was great.
talking.
That was great.
It's a good surprise.
All right.
Excellent.